Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. In today's video I have two very interesting cross-stitch kits that were kindly sent to me from a Biggest Craft. So let's check out what I've got. So the first one we'll do is this one from Spring brand. So we know it's going to be pretty good. I would say it is this gorgeous little bear in a strawberry field, and it is 11 count 45 by 45 centimeters or 152 by 152 stitches. Now, as always with Spring brand, you get it in a nice pouch that you can keep your project in as you're working on it. You got your information sheet and you've got your chart, which is printed always on really good paper and a really good quality, easy to read, clearly printed. And looking at it, there are 40 colors in total, and they're all in full stitch with only one color for back stitch. So pretty easy, straightforward canvas. So yep, all full stitches, but the back stitch is just to put the highlight or, you know, outline the picture a bit clearer on the image. So great for beginners. What I also love with Spring, you get your canvas in a separate envelope so that it's not going to get damaged or dirty being next to all of the thread. Let's have a look at it. So yeah, 45 by 45, but it is just a partial. It's just the image in the middle, so I can put that nicely there in the center of the camera without having to adjust anything. So it's going to be, this will be a really good one for beginners because it is so big. Being 11 count, it will be easy to see. It is printed nice and clear and not oversaturated on colors. It's a nice sort of pastel tones they've used to print out the image. Of course, 11 count being 3 threads per needle load. And yeah, it's quite an adorable little piece. So very cute. Let's check out what, I'll put that away first in its envelope so it's nice and secure. And here are the threads or the floss, 40 colors. So you've got 2 cards, and here's color 31 to 40, and what gorgeous colors they are. First card, there's your needles, of course, which are always attached to your first card, and they are the 11 count needles. They've slightly got a thicker part to put your thread through. There's your first 15 colors. Again, absolutely beautiful colors. And there are 16 to 30. So yeah, it's going to be a really cute and adorable image once it's done. And it's actually, for a Spring one, fairly straightforward. They generally have a few more of the confusing stitches in them, but this one is as straightforward as it comes. Full stitch and back stitch. But they always seem to only do 11 count. I haven't seen any other size on Spring brand. Great kit as always. So we'll pop this one aside and we'll check out the second canvas. I thought I'd take a bit of a risk on this one because I'm doing PR reviews and I'm getting these sent to me. I thought it's only fair that I try and vary up what I select and not just keep to Joy Sunday and Spring, because we all know they're really great kits. I thought I'd try something a bit different, and this series is around in the diamond paintings as well as on cross stitch, and I've got a few of them on diamond paintings, so I thought I'd pick one and see what the cross stitch kit is like. Now, they're not listed as Can, they're just listed as no name brand, but I'm starting to suspect by the looks of things they might all be from Can. I can't confirm that. It doesn't identify it as anything. at all. But what it is, it's a 11 count and it's a 40 by 60 image. And this is why I think it might be Huacan, because you get these really good kits with it. So you've got like your needle threader, you get a lot of needles, you get your finger protector, and it all comes in these nice little bags that all have a cute little animal or critter on them of some sort. So that's why I suspect it might be, but again, I can't confirm it. And well, this is the second kit I've unboxed like this now, that they're doing the thread on these individual cards. Now, I mentioned it last time I unboxed one, I don't like this. It reminds me of in the diamond painting equivalent of those tiny farty little bags that you get, and I don't like them either. I prefer all my thread or floss on a card like I showed for the Spring brand. I just find it easier and a bit more secure. This, yeah, I'm not a fan of, but we will check them out in a moment. But let's first, oh, here is the chart. So that is a nice huge print of the image. So yeah, you get a nice clear print of what the image is supposed to look like. And I say supposed to look like because they don't have all of the detail in these kits like they do for Spring and Joy Sunday, because you don't get back stitches, you don't get half stitches, quarter stitches, French knots, any other stitch but a full stitch. But so far it's printed really well, and it is printed on the sort of shiny squeaky paper. Not so squeaky, oh there you go, a little bit of a squeak. So it's like printed well, not a problem there. I might have to show you this way though, so we can see it all on camera at the same time. And that is what the image is, well, the chart is for the image. Now the chart, to me, the chart is good. It is legible and it is printed really clearly. The only thing is, like in this yellow area, the lines to show like each individual square that makes up the 10 squares is a bit harder to see. So you might have to be a bit more, because it's printed in white, so the in-between lines are all printed in white. So you might have to be a bit more attentive and careful on that. But apart from that, I think it is printed well. I mean, you can easily read it. There's no sort of, I'm just sort of looking as I'm talking. I can't see any issues. Maybe there's a little bit of smudging there, but that could have happened when it was printed because it's a deep purple. Like there is some very bold, oh, hang on, let me just check that there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think when they've used the red ink has smudged a bit there on what, so it has made that area there a little bit more difficult to read. So I think the ink has, yeah, not dried enough when they've pulled it off the printer. So yep, all of this red and purple bit there, it might be not impossible to read, but a bit harder to read. It depends what it's going to look like on the canvas. We'll have to check that out. Like I think that's meant to be just a purple or a pink square with a white bit in the middle, similar to here. So yeah, that is, you know, a slight problem if you can't follow the pattern clearly enough, because I think it might even change color. So I'm just trying to have a look at the other ones around it. Like, I think it is two different purples. Yeah, because I think that line here is meant to be the purple with, or the pink with a yellow dot in it, which is this one. And that's meant to be the pink with it's all white, which is this one. Now, I only know that because I'm looking at the canvas, which is printed okay. So yeah, initial thought, the chart was printed really, really clearly. Since looking at it a bit more detailed, where the solid color and all of this red part has been printed, it's run into other colors around it, so could cause a little bit of an issue if you need to rely on that. But again, looking at the chart, which we'll look at in a minute, the actual canvas I'm looking at the side, that seems to be printed quite clearly. So we'll wait and see. Let's have a look. But that's That's why I do it, and should get these kits for you to look at so you don't spend your money before you know what they're like. I can't say all of them are going to have that printing issue. That could have been just my one, but that's something to be aware of. And here is the actual canvas. Again, I'll have to show it to you on the side because it is a big one at 40 by 60, which I think would be the whole canvas. We can have a quick measure. The actual stitching area is, yeah, about 33.5 by about 53.5. So your whole canvas is 40 by 60. And this is one that you've got to stitch everything because it is a full image, not a partial image. Now, looking at the canvas, I'll be having a good look at the canvas, especially around these dark areas of solid inking. This looks like it's been printed really well. I can definitely see, if I bring in the chart again so you can see what I was talking about, how it's all smudged into this part here. Well, I can definitely see that it is two different colors that you would use. That's the reddish pinkish square with the yellow dot, and that's just your pinkish square with the white square inside, which, as I say, is harder to see here because the ink has smudged. So the canvas itself has been printed without any issues. Just definitely scanning before I confirm 100%. Yep, I definitely can't see any issues on the canvas itself. It's just the chart that's going to have a little bit of an issue. And that only becomes a problem if you start to lose what you can see here, because once you put a few colors on, sometimes these can be a bit harder to see and you want to confirm with your chart. But it's also an 11 count, so your holes are bigger. You might be okay with it. And again, I can't say it's all have been printed with this issue. This could have just been this one where they whipped it out a bit too early when the ink was still a bit too wet and it smudged. But the canvas itself looks quite good, and it looks like you can understand what's going on. So this one might not be too bad, actually. This one looks like it will come out okay when it's stitched, even though it's just pure full stitch. And there's, I forgot to say, 44 colors, so there is a lot of colors in this one, and I think it will look okay. It probably won't look perfect to this, but there is a lot of color variation and a lot of color that I think it will be okay. You can definitely see the parts to it, so I'm optimistic with this one. Let's look at the colors. So as I said, there's 44 of them, and they're all on these horrible individual colors. It's also harder to show you the color range when you get this, because you've got to sort of, you don't want to fan them out too much because you don't want to lose the nice bundle they're in, but you also need to try and show you all the colors. Yeah, this isn't helpful for reviewing at all, so I only can show you as best as I can because I don't want to pull every one of them apart. So sorry about that. I just give you a range of what the colors are there, and there are some really pretty greens in there, nice burgundy there, a bit more of your earthy tones. You got, that's a nice, really nice bright pink, and yeah, and a nice yellow there. So yep, sorry about that. It just, yeah, the way these cards are, unless I was to pull every single one of these out and show you the colors one at a time, we will be here for 6 months, and I don't have the patience for that, and I'm sure you don't either. So just to show you the rough color palette, it is a really pretty color palette. There's some nice bright greens and pinks in there, and there's a nice red. Like every time I look at it, I can see another nice color. There's a nice yellow. So yeah, but this seems to be the horrible trend that they're doing now when it comes to packing the floss up. There, boo. This is my, oh hello Lena, we have a visitor. She was sound asleep on our bed with her sister, even though she tries to pretend her and her sister don't get along. They get along. I've got to better put this away before someone thinks it's a toy. And it's also, as you can see, much harder to repack. I do not pack that neatly. Not like they had it anyway. So yeah, this is my new arch nemesis. It was the little bags of diamond paintings or diamond drills. Now it's the individual carded thread on cross stitch kits. So let me pop all this away and we'll come back for final thoughts and outro. So Luna got bored and walked away, but here are the 2 kits that were kindly sent to me from Biggest Craft. So again, a big thank you to Biggest Craft for them. Spring, there's not much to say. It's all perfect, no problems there. This one, I think, as again I said, there's enough colors and it's an 11 count, so it should be okay to see the canvas if the chart's a bit ruined like it was. But yeah, this one might be worth a shot. As I say, as a PR reviewer, I'm going to try and start getting a few more of these no branded ones so you can see them before you buy them, so you can make up your mind if you think it's going to be worth your money, because yeah, there's nothing worse than spending your money and finding it absolutely undoable. So this one, you know, again, up to you, but I think it would be worth the money and time because it looks like it is printed really nicely on the canvas. There's just that wet ink issue on the chart, but the canvas itself, perfect. But let me know down below in the, oh, she's back. But let me know down below in the comments. I'll just move that in case she wants to show her face on camera. There she is. Again, let me know in the comments what you thought of these kits. Are you interested in either? Do you have a favorite? I would love to hear from you, and I always respond. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and hitting that like button, and if everyone could hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. If you would like to support my channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up, and the details are up here on screen. And I do apologize if I faded out a bit. I moved away because Luna put her butthole right in front of my mouth when I was talking. so yeah, if I faded out a bit when I was talking, I had to move back. That's gross, Luna. Anyway, I think that will do it for this video. So everybody, no matter where you are, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.